Hello and welcome to Mutiny Motorsport Season 9. So good to have you back. It's our F3 Brazil season. Just 2 tracks left in the pool to pull from this weekend. And we pulled out Monza from the hat. The Cathedral of Speeds. This is the place all the drivers knew the best going into this season. Got 5.7 kilometers, the longest track on the calendar with 11 corners over in Italy. So we've had a flight for this one. You can see here, round to the first corner, round Curva Grande. You've got a second chicane. You've got the Lesmos, tricky in these F3 cars, we've heard from practice. You've got variant Ascari, Parabolica, and then here is the qualifying results.
And on top, we've got both of the top championship contenders. TTAR just edging out Jeffh by 1/10 of a second. Close in third, but definitely quite a ways off the front too. You have Orange Trumpet Boy closely followed by Shattered Compass, and then Dave also still in the championship fight, but not necessarily putting himself in the best position. Stupid Doobie, John, Debug, Maxi, an impressive 9th, Brochin, Garrett, and Viltech rounding out the field.
What is going on here? No! My wheel's not working!
Oh, and issues on the formation lap, it sounds like already.
Yeah, you can see Maxi, car number 12, way back still on the start-finish straight. There is a yellow flag out for him. This is not the start he was hoping for. Actually, before the session as well, during all of practice, Debug had a similar issue with a wheel just completely disconnecting. It has been a problem in the Mutiny over the coming week into this race. TTAR as well having problems. So maybe the latest update to the game just making it a little bit tougher for people, but here we go. They're coming around onto the final straight, coming through Ascari right now.
Yes! Yes! It's working now! My tires are cold as hell, but it's working!
We can see Maxi finally getting off the start line. We can see his icon moving there. He's probably not going to catch up to the field, but he will have the advantage of running a lap at speed, which will help warm up the tires. I mean, the temperatures here are in the single degrees Celsius. Very, very cold. The tires are kind of ice blocks, especially after these formation laps.
Yeah, and we can see Viltech is leading the field there on his icy cold tires. They are not going to be holding up there, and they're lining up. They're not going to be waiting for Maxi. So Viltech leads the field. Viltech 13th in the standings right now. And Cannon Boys say they have a bit of a trick up their sleeves, but they did qualify right at the back. I wonder if that was a tactic for the sprint race here. Here they are approaching the line. Feels like forever for them to get going. And it's green. They are off. There's no incidents off the line. Maxi's still about halfway around the lap. He's not going to catch them. Viltech goes defensive down the middle as his teammate and Brochin goes side by side. Looks like Brochin's got that into second place.
Excellent move there by Brochin, just kind of not jumping to start, but really anticipating it well, getting on the gas, getting up in position there, splitting up the Cannon Boys.
Here we go in the back. That is Dave, Jeffh, and TTAR, the 3 championship contenders, 9th, 10th, and 11th as they go into the first couple of corners. This is brave stuff. There hasn't been an incident on the first lap so far, but in the Mutiny there has been, as is often the case in Monza. And it looks like they're all away cleanly.
Man, that back part from Shattered all the way back is just bunched up so tightly. It's going to be tricky getting through these Lesmos here.
And that was a brave move by Debug. Oh no! Oh, who was that involved? I think that's Dave, Orange, and Debug. Oh.
Sorry, Debug.
Oh, was that Orange into the back of Debug? It was hard to tell there.
Yeah, it looked like Debug comes away the worst with a lost rear wing there. He's definitely going to have to pit. The other 2 may have escaped with just enough damage to continue, but, I mean, with a radio here. I've got damage.
Oh, confirmation from Orange Boy there. As we see Stupidoobie and Jeffh going side by side. Oh, that is Stupidoobie losing it. Oh, and there's a car in the background there as well, going sideways as well. These cars and tires are so ice cold. They're having to tiptoe round. That's Brochen losing a place now to Garrett. So those Cannon boys are quick.
Oh no! That's not... No! No! My VR is frozen. No!
Oh, Maxi, that's heartbreaking. VR frozen. You can see him there right next to Debug in the very end of Scoury.
Been, like you said, a lot of technical issues this week, but back up front here, Brochen back on the tail of Garrett. Garrett looking like he's got a little bit more pace on the straights, but Brochen a little bit better through the corners.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what's better right now. I'm not sure what you want. Some more grip in the corners where the tires are cold, just generate a little bit more grip, or just enough speed on the straights to escape the clutches of the car following. So we can see Brochen here just disappearing off the back, which is not what you would expect there. Not in the slipstream of the car in front. So Cannon Boy's running slippy for this sprint race.
I can finish it.
Tires are frozen.
Confirmation there, Maxi thinking he can get through and keep going, and TTR confirming that the tires are freezing cold. And Brochen, despite being quick on the corners, and he's going up the inside of Garrett. He's holding it. That grip is helping him, and he's in the slipstream of Viltec, and then he's out the slipstream down the straight. I feel he's going to lose this one on the run down to the line, though.
Two Cannons versus one John player. I don't know if that's a fair fight.
No, that is not a fair fight, and both of those Cannons working in tandem. They're slipstreaming off each other. Garrett goes defensive down the inside. He runs wide, pushes Brochen.
Sorry, Brochen.
He apologizes, but it hasn't helped Brochen at all, as we see John there joining the fight now. Up the inside of Brochen, they're coming down. It's Curva Grande, and John looks like he's through. And just in the background there, that is Jeffh, really needing these points right now. Just 2 points behind with the drop round, so there is a drop round this season, which means your lowest score for one of your 7 races is out of your championship standings. So with the current drop round points, TTR is just how many points is that? 8 points. So he needs every point he can get going into this weekend's. Jeffh is making do right now with 4th place. It looks like he's making the move on John.
And right now with Jeffh, a few positions ahead of TTAR, there's not a ton of points on offer in the sprint, but it's not insignificant, especially when the margins are that small. So TTAR can see Jeffh slipping away up the field. He's now 3 cars ahead. Oh, we've got contact between Shattered and Brochen.
Old teammates. Fierce competitors. These guys have seen more wheel-to-wheel action in the Mutiny than anyone else. They've been the most long-standing members. They are the founders. And they've made contact again.
Looked like a little bit of just 2 into 1 doesn't go there. I'd have to see a replay again to see exactly what happened there, but didn't look like anyone really did anything wrong, just not enough track for both of them.
Yeah, Brochen's been complaining about the cold tyres all weekends as Garrett and Viltec head down to the line, head down to T1. As here we see, this is Stupidoobie and Shattered Compass.
Sorry, John. Sorry, I locked up. I got flat spots. I wasn't meant to dive bomb you like that.
Oh, so that's how TTR got ahead of John.
That was a dive bomb.
And John confirming that he just got absolutely dive bombed there. Didn't get to see it. We're on board with Shattered Compass as he's trying to make his way past Stupidoobie. And Curva Grande.
In the meantime, we've also had Garrett O'Brien getting up into the front, getting past Viltec. So those Cannons continue to shoot out in front.
They haven't pulled away massively, though. Jeffh up in 3rd, only 1.4 seconds away. And here we are on board with Jeffh, doing the best he can do. And he is right on the back of Viltec there. That is what he needs. TTR right behind this battle as well.
Jeff's car just looks so smooth through that second Lesmo. I mean, we've seen people sliding kind of up on the curb, and he just looked so planted and picked his line, was able to stay out of the dirty air and get a really good run. So I'll be interested to see how this shapes up.
Here we go. It's coming down the final back straight. This is lap 5, and he is keeping up with those slippery cannons. So he's got some rocket juice in his car. And he's taking the outside line, which is a little bit less grippy. And now he finds the grip right on the exit. As Viltech struggles to hold on and TTR comes to join the party. Those top 4 just separated by 1.5 seconds.
You know, there's almost in NASCAR, you would call it a slide job.
You're fast in a straight line. These cannons are insane.
TTR confirming what we know, but just going to say, Jeff there kind of, you know, gets in front, and then as he... Oh!
Sorry, just a big lockup.
Oh, what was that? Come on, that was like a mile away.
Oh, that is not what Jeff needs for this championship.
No.
Jeff, very heartbroken there. He's dropped down 2 spots from 2nd to 4th, and the person who took his place, his championship rival TTAR, just 0.6 behind Garrett. John. Oh.
Dude, I got some damage. The steering wheel's not straight, but we're doing it.
Oh, Orange down in 8th place. Rothmans, before this race, leading the title for the constructors, 119 points to West's 96. So at the moment, maybe TTR helping.
Garrett, that thing is a rocket ship on the straights.
And more confirmation again of how quick those cannons are. And Rothman's leading the title bid so far for the constructors. Cannon down in 5th.
Mountains, give me power.
Garrett loves the mountains. He's been looking at them all practice. They've been distracting him, and he's feeling the power from the mountains in the distance as TTR closes right up 0.1 of a second, 0.2 of a second. As they come around the final corner, staying in the slipstream. This is what you have to do.
Oh, this is very, very tight.
And that's it. Garrett defends the inside. TTR on the outside. 0.7 of a second. As they come round, TTR's got a title to win. This is going to be big move around the outside. Oh, Garrett forces him.
Damn it, I couldn't turn.
That's the second time in the sprint. Garrett did it to Broadchen. He's done it against TTR. He's complaining he can't turn. That is probably the lack of wing not helping him.
Yeah, they've definitely got it up the straights, but they are very much sacrificing pace through the corners. Another move coming here.
Oh, he thinks about it, dives back out of the way, thinks about it, lives for another day, and as they go into the Lesmos, tricky part of the circuit here.
And just want to call out, I mean, John is just sitting back there, and we've obviously seen Viltech and Jeff racing. There was contact, Rothschild and Garrett, there was contact. So John just staying in the slipstream, ready to pick up any pieces. And Jeff also caught back up under the back of John there. So picking up pieces where a race that could have been ruined, but definitely keeping his championship alive.
Here we go. This is lap 7, and we're running out of time fairly quickly. So these guys need to get a move on if they want to make a move here. TTAR still within like a third of a second, within a quarter of a second now. He's right in the slipstream. You can see the exit he got out of there.
Garrett takes a great defensive line there, pulls it in the middle of the track. TTAR would have studied it to the last lap, see if he does something differently here.
And here we go, round the outside. Garrett doesn't have the grip. Does he have the straight line speed? He's back up. TTR takes the lead. Lap 7, Garrett right into the slipstream. Is he pulling any closer? 0.17, 0.15, 0.13, 0.1.
TTR is going to hold the inside.
He's got a... Who's going to be later on the brakes? Oh, as TTR, as John even gets caught out by how much they had to brake in front. Garrett gets a little squirrely on the exit as John now's thinking about second place. And takes it. Look at this, down the inside. He's having to take the inside route, which is less distance traveled.
And Jeffh may just follow through there.
That's a great move. Let's see into the braking zone. Jeffh has done it. What a recovery so far.
And that would have been the last thing that TTAR would have wanted to see in his mirror, seeing Jeffh getting through and picking up a few more points. So not really building much of a gap in the championship on him that he may have wanted. Jeffh looking here, looking a bit feisty, looking like he might be able to get up to second before this is all done.
Yeah,
great exit.
Great exit. I think this is going to be the last lap. So Jeffh putting everything on the line here.
John's defensive. Got the inside.
The old track. And that's it. He's through down the straight. Jeffh, I think he's going to be a little too far to claim victory here if TTAR can hold on. But that is Jeffh back up into second. And what could have been for Jeffh if he wasn't knocked off his second place by Viltek, who's now down in fifth. As we see Stupidubi coming through. I think that's Orange trying his best with the wonky steering wheel to make it work on the last lap. TTR comes across. He's coming down the start-finish straight. Jeffh is in second. John third, and that is it. Garrett in fourth. Viltek in fifth. Where's Viltek? I think he's crossed the line. Shattered Compass and Stupidubi. Is Orange going to make it as well? I just can't see it happening.
So West picks up points with both of their drivers in the constructors. TTR extends his lead ever so slightly over Jeffh, but it's still all to play for going into this feature. And then next week, I guess, being at Curitiba, given that that's the last track on the spinner.
Oh, God damn, I went from first to fourth in like 3 seconds.
Almost got 17th. How the wing damage was too much.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that, Jeffh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Thanks.
Those cannons were
Story
so
being
fast.
the cannons being extremely quick, but TTAR taking the win. Jeffh Hooton in second with, look at that, fastest lap as well. So only 1 point lost there for Jeffh. John in third, Garrett in fourth, Viltek in fifth. So the Cannon Boys, despite the straight line speed, fourth and fifth. Shattered Compass in sixth, Stupidubi in seventh. They're your point getters right now. Orange just out of the points, 1 second, 1.2 seconds or something from Stupidubi. Dave not doing his championship any good in ninth place there. I think he was caught up in that kerfuffle right at the beginning on the opening lap. Broadchen in 10th, and then Maxi with the dying VR and steering wheel in 11th, and Debug having to retire. Oh, what a sprint race we had for you there. I cannot wait to see what happens in the feature race, which we got coming up right after this.